Now that the paint has dried, I removed the blue tape from the top and all of the edge masking. And inevitably what's left is kind of a jagged line where the masking wasn't perfect. So all I'm doing here is using some dry 1000 grit sandpaper and smoothing the line created by the white paint. I'm trying to get all the jagged edges off and really kind of make it a smooth, straight line that will look better once the clear coat is put on. I'm kind of just doing periodic touch tests to see if I feel any ridge created by the paint, and if I feel a ridge, I try to knock it down with the sandpaper. Now this is my first foray into the world of airbrushing. I have quite honestly never done this before, so everything you see here is a bit of an experiment. I did do one round of airbrushing before this that came out awful. So I sanded the top back. I got rid of all of the airbrush work that I did previously, so I guess technically this is my second try at it, but I'm still very inexperienced. I'm doing my best to keep the line relatively thin, but also cover and blend into the white on the sides of the guitar, which I found to be more challenging than I expected. I found that the airbrush line around the perimeter of the top ended up being thicker than I had originally anticipated, because that was the only way I could get the coverage on the edge to be what I wanted it to be, or to have it look good. So you'll see that the airbrush on the edges here gets a little wider and wider each pass I do, but I think ultimately what I ended up with was quite nice, and I'm very happy with the end result. While the airbrush work was drying, I decided to start installing the hardware on the headstock. These are Goto tuners. I did drill pilot holes for each of these screws that you're seeing me insert here. And this was pretty straightforward. There really isn't much for me to say. They went in perfectly. The holes were perfectly sized, and I'm just making sure everything is tight.